Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be covering up 10th standard CBSE Maths chapter number 2 polynomial. In this video, first I will be covering basis of polynomial and then I will be covering exercise number 2.1. So first we need to know what is polynomial. So poly means many and nomial means terms. It's nothing but the combination of many terms. For example, x square minus 4x plus 7. These are the terms. So that's why it's also a combination of variables and constants and coefficient. Here the variable is x. Here the coefficients are 1, 4, minus 4 and 7. And the constant is 7. Now I'll be discussing the types of polynomials. Based on degree. There are 3 types of polynomials. Linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial. Now what is linear polynomial? A polynomial whose degree is 1 is linear polynomial, and a polynomial whose degree is 2 is quadratic polynomial, and a polynomial whose degree is 3 is cubic polynomial. Degree means what? It is highest power in that equation. Now what are the general form of this polynomial? It is generally expressed as ax plus b. And not necessarily that it should be a and b. It can be any alphabet like p, x plus q or anything. And quadratic polynomial is expressed in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Why? Because quadratic means square. So that's why it's square. Okay. And cubic polynomial, by the word cubic itself, you know it's 3. So same way it will be ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Now in this all we know, here b is constant, c is constant and d is constant, and the coefficient also you know. Here the a is the coefficient, here the coefficient is a, b, and coefficient is a, b and c. Now I'll be telling you the examples of the polynomials. Example of the linear polynomial 2x minus 7. Nothing but it is in the form of ax plus b. Nothing but 2x plus bracket minus 7. Here minus 7 is the constant term and 2 is the coefficient. Same way for quadratic polynomial x square plus 4x plus 5. 5 is the constant and 1 and 4 are the coefficient. Same way for the cubic 3x cube plus x square minus x plus 5. 5 is the constant and the coefficients are 3 plus 1 and minus 1. Same way, one more example, x cube plus 7. Even though x cube is there, this is the cubic polynomial. Even though the middle terms are not there, then also it is a cubic polynomial. And now I'll be telling you about the graph for the linear polynomial. Linear polynomial graphs are always straight lines. Like it can be like this or like this way. Quadratic polynomials, it will be like this or like this or like this or like this. And for the cubic polynomials, it will be like this or like this. Now regarding zeros, linear polynomial always have only one zero, and quadratic polynomials has 2 zeros and cubic polynomial has 3 zeros. Now we will be discussing exercise number 2.1. The first question says the graph of y is equal to p of x are given below for some polynomial p of x. Find the number of zeros of p of x in each case. Now they are asking the number of zeros of p of x. That means we should see that the line should intersect the x-axis. Now in the first case, you see this is the p of x, but this is not intersecting at the x-axis. So in the first case, the number of zeros is 0. And in the second case, you see this is the line, it is intersecting x-axis at one point. So here the number of zeros is 1. Same way here, you can see this line is intersecting here 1, here 1, here 2 and 3. And so now here will be 3 zeros. Same way, fourth one, you can see it is intersecting x-axis at 2 points, so 2 zeros. Same way at fifth, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, intersecting at 4 points, so it has 4 zeros. Same way in the sixth one, 1, 2, 3, so 3 zeros. So guys, you have seen the first question. They told the graph of y is equal to p of x. So what we did, the line whichever intersected x-axis we took as number of zeros. But what if they ask x is equal to p of y? So you should take the line whichever intersect y-axis will be the number of zeros. So for example, like this, if they give us like p of y equal to x, they give like this. So here in y-axis there is intersection of only one point, so only 1 0 it will be. Same way, for example, you have like this. So here the same equation, like p of y they given equal to x, so y-axis, so we need to find the number of intersection at y-axis, so it will be at 2 zeros. Guys, this is not given your books, this is I am explaining like extra. They might ask this in your exams. Now I will be discussing relationship between zeros and the coefficient of the quadratic polynomial. We know the general form of the quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, and I already told you that quadratic polynomials has 2 zeros. Let we take the 2 zeros be alpha and beta. One will be alpha and one will be beta. So we have the formula alpha plus beta, nothing but sum of zeros is minus b by a, and product of zeros alpha into beta is c by a. This b is nothing but coefficient of x. Coefficient of x means, suppose you have x square plus 7x plus 10. So here the coefficient of x is what? 7. Okay, so the coefficient of x, the minus symbol is the formula, so minus 7 by, and a is what? It is the coefficient of x square. So here the coefficient of x square is 1, so minus 7 by 1. Same way for the product of 0, it is c by a, nothing but the c constant. Here the constant is 10, so 10 by a is what? Coefficient of x square. So here the coefficient of x square is 1, so 1. So guys, here the video ends. The rest of the things I'll be continuing in the next video. I hope this video would help you. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and share this video to your friends and spread the knowledge. Jai Hind.